What's up, everybody? Welcome to my watch along for practice one for the 2025 Formula One Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Yeah, welcome into the watch along, the first practice session of the day. After a sprint weekend, it's kind of whack going back to 3 practice sessions, but here we are. It gives us a chance to kind of chat and talk about all the news that's happened over the last couple of weeks. Most importantly, Franco Colapinto replacing Jack Doohan at Alpine for the foreseeable future. Oh, that Alpine is looking nice and shiny. Yeah, there you go. He's in the car, ready to come out. Let's see how Franco does. But first, though, if you're new to the stream, welcome in. This is how it works. You got my face here. You got the live timings here. You got the session timer down in the bottom left that you can sync on up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So, if you're over on YouTube or TikTok right now, come over to the Twitch stream. There's the place to be. Otherwise, chill where you are and enjoy this session. Yeah, let's get on to it. Session's about to begin. Let me unmute real quick. We've got the pink V-Carb shirt on today. Oh, it's so fresh. It is so fresh. Oh my god. All right, what I missed in chat. Gabrielle, what's up? How's it going today? What's up, Dan, David? How's it going, guys? Liam shaving in the signs was so needed. He looks much younger, though. I'm not going to lie. I preferred his hair. The more, like, emo, like, punk rock, old kind of style. Now he's shaved the sides and he's got a full-on mullet going. Or he's trying to grow a mullet, I guess. He looks much younger. I like it, but he definitely looks younger. I liked his other hair though, more personally. So Pooji, how'd you get that top? I bought it with my own money. When you start watching F1, I started watching in 2019 after the first season of Drive to Survive came out. So I've been watching. This is my 7th season of Formula One now. Sub Taipei, shout TikTok, I guess. Oh my god, quick copyright. Wait, what happened to your badges, Trent? Trent, you got no badges. Oh, you just got rid of the Ferrari badge? You weren't fucking with the Ferrari badge? Fair enough. What do you think of the rumors that Christian Horner could be sacked after this weekend? Okay, that is a big topic, but we'll talk about it in a second. One sec, let me get the TikTok stream up. Let's see the cars coming out of the pit lane. Oh my god, we got David Alves-Secchi on the comms today. You watching it live on the TV? What's up, Marv? Boys, sup, Noah? Sup, Cora? Oh my god. What did he just call Colapinto? Alright, let me get the timer up for you guys. 59, 15. Alright, time is up. Sync on up. Fucking Davide, dude. Davide is so funny. Is Colapinto out? Oh my god, we got Argentinians there. Holy shit. The hype for Franco is insane. Well, they're really pushing the... What's it called? Barilla? Barillina? Vanilla? The pasta company that is now the official pasta sponsor of Formula One. I guess it makes sense because it's the Italian Grand Prix, but I'm seeing it plastered everywhere around the track right now. Please tell me you've seen the Insta Real V-Carb post with Liam and had just sing it. I did. I saw their one that they posted this morning as well of them doing like the couples poses. That was funny. The singing one kind of made me cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Not like in a bad way, but like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously that American Idol performance was fucking terrible. So then them replicating it was just as cringe, to be honest. All right. I'm good now. My watch is on. My TikTok stream's up. We are good to go. I can breathe now. That pink shirt looks so good on you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I like it a lot. I mean, it's like, it's meant to be Miami vibes, and I know Miami's is over now, but it's just such a good top. I'm gonna be wearing this most of the season, I think. I think I'll wear white V-Carb on Friday, pink V-Carb on Saturdays, and then Red Bull shirt on Sunday. Anyways, first question in the chat was, what do you think of the rumors about Christian Horner being sacked after this weekend? I mean, look, it's all rumors at the end of the day. Remember when people said, oh, Ollie Oakes is going to become the Red Bull team principal, and that's why he left? A lot of bullshit. We've now found out that was not the case. So it's all a lot of rumors and a lot of speculation at the end of the day. Is Christian Horner's job under threat? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. You know, there's obviously a lot of tension within the team, within the company. It seems like there's a real disagreement between the Red Bull energy drink Red Bull Racing, the people within Red Bull Racing, Helmut Marko, Max Verstappen, Jos Verstappen. When you think about it, though, it's a lot of powerful people. You've got Max Verstappen, the best driver in Formula One, who's a very traditional kind of guy. You know what I mean? Then you got Jos Verstappen, who is very hard. Then you've got Helmut Marko, who's an old guy who doesn't give a fuck about what he says. Then you got Christian Horner, who, one of the two bosses on the grid who don't take shit, are proper team bosses who do everything in their power to make sure their team wins. Then you've got Red Bull Energy Drink, who, obviously Red Bull being one of the biggest brands in the world, very critical about their performance in Formula One because it directly impacts sales of the team. Although I don't really think if Red Bull finishes first, second, third, fourth, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I don't know. I don't see the stats up. I don't know why Red Bull Energy Drink, the energy drink side of the company is getting so involved in Christian Horner and their thoughts on him. It's kind of like I get the better the team does, the more sales, but I feel like even if you're finishing second or third with Max Verstappen in your team, you're still going to sell the same amount of cans. You know what I mean? You're still, maybe in 5 years' time, if it would not be as good. But right now, I don't think it's something they immediately need to stop doing. I need to fix. The thing that I think annoys me the most is Christian Horner is an amazing team principal. Yes, obviously, there's the whole controversy and the off-track stuff that happened last year that affected the company. 100%. I get that. That is a brand risk. But as a team boss, he's amazing. He's hard. He knows, he puts people in their place, but he's also not, he's open to ideas. He's been in the sport for 20 plus years, 400th race for the team. 400th race for the team. He's been there since the very start. Oh, Alonso getting blocked by Leclerc. How is the blocking already started? We're only 6 minutes in. And the thing that annoys me is Christian's just won 4 championships in a row, drivers' championships. Was it 2 constructors' championships? Yes, obviously they've lost a lot of people, but what is firing Christian going to do? Unless you feel okay, Christian's a bit of a brand risk right now. There's a lot of bad publicity. The team's kind of got a lot of problems. Christian's only going to be here for, a few more years. Let's get another team principal on now and rebuild. Fair enough, I get that. But if you're not looking to rebuild and you're looking to have quick turnarounds, your best bet is Christian Horner, the guy who's been there for fucking years, who knows how to turn around a team. He's done it multiple times. He turned Jaguar, when Red Bull first started, into a championship winning team, and then turned around a bit of a hard period into the most dominant car ever, or dominant era for a team. And I don't know. I just think firing him after 6, 7 bad races, or not even bad races, Max is still getting the poles, Max is still winning some of the races, Max is still in the championship fight. If it's because of the second seat, I mean, the second seat's been a fucking problem since 2018. You know what I mean? That's not even solely Christian's fault. That's partly Max being too good. That's partly Helmut Marko's decisions. That's partly everyone else's decisions. It's just I don't know. I think it'd be very ridiculous, and I'd be quite sad if Christian got dropped. I feel like almost everyone I liked at Red Bull, Jonathan Wheatley's gone, Adrian Newey's gone, Liam Lawson's gone, Max is looking to leave, and then if Christian was gone as well, I just feel like it wouldn't feel like Red Bull anymore. I know team bosses don't play a big part in the teams, and the drivers at the end of the day are the heart of Formula One. But I think it would be a big loss for Red Bull and even the sport, to be honest, if Christian Horner was gone. I think he's such a big figure, and I don't know. Anyways, to answer your question, do I think he's getting dropped? I think his seat's definitely on the chopping block, but I think it would be very unlikely they just drop him after 7 poor races. That would be ridiculous. That would be typical Red Bull fashion, in the sense of dropping people straight away, but not really typical Red Bull fashion in terms of team principle, because Christian's been there with so much faith for so long. Speaking of second Red Bull seat, Yuki goes up to the top right now. All right, what do you guys think about this in chat? Just need to ramble real quick. Ponden, swear you need to give Pucci a green sword. No. He needs to win the bet first. I can't remember what the bet was, but we need to wait till the end of the season to see if the bet come true. Borletto's bum scraping on the ground. Stake Sports. What the fuck's Stake Sports? Is that like sports betting on stake? Isn't that just the normal stake website? Franco got it so free getting the Europe leg, but also he hasn't done them in an F1 car. Yeah, no, 100%. So yeah, talking about Franco, obviously replacing Jack Doohan. For people who don't know, basically, Ollie Oakes, the current team principal of the old team principal of Alpine, he left, he resigned, and there was a lot of questions about that. Was he pushed out? Was it something to do with Flavio Briatore? Couple days later, we found out Ollie Oakes' brother, who ran the high-tech F2 team, got done with a bunch of criminal charges in Dubai or got held up or something like that. Basically, the team used to be owned by Nikita Mazepin's dad. What's his name? Dmitry Mazepin. And apparently they were doing some like illegal money laundering, money trading, something, whatever, under the rug kind of shit through high-tech. Obviously, Dmitry being a big oligarch. What are they called? Oligarch? In Russia, like one of the big rich business people in Russia, and instead of selling his company, they kind of like did this under the rug thing, and Ollie Oakes' brother got caught doing this, and then I think Ollie Oakes has resigned to deal with that problem, which sucks, because I think Ollie Oakes was doing a great job. Why does he have to resign to help his brother? I don't know, maybe it's a bit of reputation. Anyways, that happened, then the next day, Jack Doohan got dropped, and Franco Colapinto replaced him. Now look, I think that's the right decision. If I'm being completely honest, I think that's the right decision. I think Franco Colapinto is the same. From what Jack Doohan has shown in his first races, I think Franco Colapinto can't do any worse. Maybe crash the car a little bit more, but I don't think he's going to be crashing the car more than Doohan. I mean, like, I think his crashing period in Williams was exaggerated. Like, it was a couple wet races. Obviously, the Williams was hard to drive last year. So I don't think Franco can do any worse than Doohan. But at the end of the day, he can do better. But he also is bringing so much money and so much fans to the team. I think it's an easy decision. The problem is they should have never have put Jack Doohan in the car in the first place. They had the biggest open market of drivers last year, and they decided to sign Jack Doohan. They could have signed Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen. Carlos Sainz was open for a period. All these other young drivers, all these rookies, and they signed Jack Doohan. Now, again, I don't have anything against Jack Doohan, but it's just like, why would you not wait until the end of the season to have all your options and see who's available? So in the end, they end up signing Jack Doohan and then also signing Colapinto, buying out his contract of like £5 million or whatever it was. Give Jack Doohan 6 races. His 6 races are up. All right, bye. See you later. And they put Colapinto in the car. Again, I think it's the right decision given the circumstances, but I don't think you should have ever put Jack Doohan in the car in the first place. But yeah, I think Franco will do well. I don't think he's going to be... I feel like Franco's over and underhyped at the same time. Some people, aka the Argentinian fans, overhype him. Like, why isn't Franco driving? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's the typical bias, like... sports fans, specifically from South America, where they just gas up their own people when they don't really, you know what I mean? Like they're very passionate, so they want to see Colapinto on the sport, but they don't realize like he's not that great. But then again, there's other people who are completely shitting on Colapinto. He's not good. He doesn't deserve the seat. Blah 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 blah. All because of the fans hyping him up. But Colapinto's good. Colapinto, you know, didn't show too much in his junior career, but he got the opportunity in F1 car, and he was matching Albon. Yeah, he crashed the car a couple times, but like, I'd rather my driver crash a couple times and be on it straight out the gates than completely off it. That's just, I don't know, I think that's like playing, especially when you're a midfield backmarker team like he was in the Williams. Like, I'd rather him be on it and get points one race and then crash the next 2 races than not getting points in any of the 3 races. That's just my personal opinion. I think Franco showed a lot of pace. But at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to the marketing and the fan base. Like, chuck him the car. You can't lose out, really, can you? Sup, Clayton, well, the stream, dude. Also, Will, thank you so much for the 4-month resub, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you coming in with the tier 1. Also, Bodoquest, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the stream. Sup, Chubb? How's it going, dude? All right, what I missed in chat? So we just rambled a lot there. Ferrari badge for a chair is a flex, but I also don't support Ferrari, so I don't want to impress you. You just have to donate more then. Donate more bits to get the, was it the red? I think Red Bull badge is next. I actually don't know what order it's in, but you just have to donate more bits and get the badge you want. Sup, Licky, how's it going, dude? Please tell me you have the insert. Yeah, I read that. Where's that up to? Official pasta sponsor is crazy. Yeah, we've got the official chocolate sponsor of Kit Kat, and the official pasta sponsor of Balina, however you pronounce it. And then you got official tequila sponsor or official. Is it official tequila or official spirit sponsor? I think it's tequila because you got Moe Hennessy as well. I mean, look, that's the way the sports world or the marketing world's going now, where it's like there's a like USC, the official, was it Toyo Tires, the official tire sponsor of the USC? Like, it's just crazy, man. You got a official sponsor of everything now. I think with Dietrich, it now not around Horner isn't as safe. I could never see him going, but he doesn't have as many allies anymore. Yeah, he's definitely lost a lot of people around him, but I don't know. It just sucks that a lot of the decisions within companies. And it looks like Red Bull is so done emotionally. I feel it's always done emotionally, and it sucks that you can't just look at this and be like, well, Christian's still doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like, the only reason to drop Christian, I think, is more of an emotional decision, in my opinion. I think it's all gone pear shaped for Horner ever since he had that incident with the female worker. Yeah, 100%. That's when that's when the kind of tensions and stuff started to rise. Imagine Christian and Max hopping to Aston. Oh my god, imagine Aston by Christian. It'll be interesting to see if Christian does get dropped, whether it's after this race, end of the season, whenever it is, or if he leaves or whatever the fuck. He would probably never leave Red Bull unless he was to retire. Anyways, let's imagine he gets dropped. It'll be interesting to see if he retires or if he goes to another team, because he'd be a big asset for another team. I want Horner to go. I like the way he doesn't take foolishness from anyone. Yeah, 100%. I agree. For what Horner has done for the sport as a whole, go to Ferrari and you'll be emotionally stable. Trust me. Charles has a new helmet dedicated to the pit stop team. Only positive thing going for Ferrari. He has a helmet for the pit stop team. Wait, what? The Lawson bet that's out the window, mate. Hey, you still might beat Max in a couple sessions in the V Cub. Wait, I'm looking at the Leclerc's helmet. What's special about it? His bro was breaking international sanctions. All Flavio's selfish plan. What is last year's pole lap here? I'm not 100% sure. I could have a look. Alpine wanted signs anyway. Only signed doing because signs rejected them. Alpine wanted signs anyway. Only signed doing because signs rejected them. No, I'm fairly sure, correct if I'm wrong, I'm fairly sure Alpine signed doing before Sainz made his decision. I could be wrong, though. If not, it was very soon after they were like, fuck it, yeah, we'll go doing. But why not wait? Why not wait to see what the rest of the market opens up? There was a chance other drivers are going to become available. He didn't even crash that much, but just 3 crashed in 2 of the races, and 1 was a wet race. Yeah, exactly. Come Ferrari, please keep it on the track. It's up, Beatster. I watched a couple of races with no crowd. So weird. Yeah, the no crowd races were weird. I think it shows how much of a difference it makes to sports, the energy and the atmosphere around a pitch or around a track or whatever it may be. Cha, what's up, dude? Wait, is this the Leclerc's helmet? Let me have a look. Keep pushing together as a team. That's nice. Oh, I see. So it's to match the Pit Crew helmet. That's really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, Borderletto P2 on mediums. Oh my god, why does that hit so oh my god. I mean, my eyes water up. It was that good. Oh my god. That went down the right hole. That's a great lap from Borderletto. Be interesting to see what this weekend's like. This is the first time we've been at a high downforce track this season, if I'm not mistaken. Australia, I'd say high speed track. China, high speed track. High speed with a lot of tricky low speed corners, so let's say medium. Bahrain, Again, high speed with a lot of medium low speed corners. Saudi high speed. Miami high speed with a lot of medium speed corners. Japan. Yeah, Japan is high speed, but it's also not got many straights. So this is the first track where we're like, okay, we've got a lot of corners and not a lot of straights. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a little change in the pecking order, or even a big change in the pecking order. Especially with Monaco up next as well, and Spain. It's kind of three tracks that are like hard to overtake. So will people build qualifying cars? Will people build more towards the downforce, or bring more of a downforce package? I mean, Monaco is going to have the biggest change in pecking order. That always comes down to that track is so different to the rest, and you know, it all comes down to how much a driver pushes. Yeah, it's a great lap from Borderland. I mean, it's so early on in the session, so it's only going to get better, but on the mediums, it's a great start. The real Taken GD. Thank you for the follow, dude. We're on the stream. How long will the C6 last for? Oh, yeah, good point. So, a good thing to bring up. This is the first time we're seeing the C6s this season, or ever. Is it ever or this season? C6 being the softest compound of the Pirelli range in Formula 1. So, yeah. Hopefully that degrades at a good rate and makes this Grand Prix a two-stopper. Excuse me. Ever, right, okay. Are the slots the new C6? It's weird seeing so many drivers on them in FP1. Yeah. Yeah, you get up to P2, get decent lap there. And Russell 5/10 up. Yeah, Travis is going to get better and better. The drivers is going to get better and better, more confident and whatnot. Nayadis and Bazza, thank you guys for the follows. Oh, fuck, I forgot to do a prediction for practice. My bad. Yeah, I was like, I had such a good morning, and then I had to why is there fucking dust everywhere? I had such a good morning, but then I had to rush to get the stream live, because I had such a good morning, I took too long to get ready. Why'd you make your heading so complicated, not just say Imola Grand Prix? 3 reasons. One, I'm a perfectionist, and the actual name of the Grand Prix is the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. 2, because I use a lot of Formula 1 assets, whether it's the live timings or the font, or I watch videos on stream, it's only fair I use the proper name that they want the media to use. So for instance, every Grand Prix, they have their copyright guidelines or their trademark guidelines. So if you're gonna broadcast the Formula 1 weekend, you have to call it the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. It's like Sky Sports can't call it Imola; they have to call it Emilia Romagna Grand Prix because that's the official name. And 3, that's the name of the Grand Prix. It is called the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Did you need to put Formula 1 AWS? Yeah. I mean, that's the full name. By the way, did you saw the number designs? The number designs in Red Bull cars, they feel retro. Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, they put like the white outline number. That's cool. Oh, yeah, if you don't know, it's Red Bull's 400th Grand Prix. Race. Grand Prix? Race? Grand Prix in Formula 1. Same thing. So they're rocking a retro white outlined logo on socials this weekend. It looks like they got a white outline number as well, which is cool to kind of throw back to the good old days where they had the white outline Red Bull logo. Obviously, since 2018, I think it was, they now rock the yellow outline Red Bull logo. If you go look at any other Red Bull Motorsport, the white outline logo clears. Go look at NASCAR, go look at supercars, go look at drifting, go look at rally. They all rock the white outline Red Bull logo. For some reason, Red Bull Racing were like, you know what? We want to be unique. We want to be our own thing. Let's go for the yellow outline. It just doesn't look as good, man. Doesn't look as good. Doesn't pop as much, in my opinion. So when they changed their logo, I was like, yes, please tell me you're going back to the white outline logo, but they're not. Sad. It's just for this weekend. I wish they did a special livery. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They only just did a special livery in Japan and then doing a special livery again a few races later. it probably wouldn't have made sense, but it would have been nice if they did a special livery for 400 Grand Prix, like a retro. Imagine like a retro blue, like light blue with white outline logo. Oh, that's what kind of annoys me about these teams. I don't know if you guys get the same vibe from me as me, but what annoys me about teams at the moment is they're only doing special liveries for the Grand Prix that have the big markets. And I get it. I get it. There's heaps of marketing opportunities in Japan. There's heaps of marketing opportunities in Miami, in Las Vegas. But like, why? You know what I mean? Like, it's the 400th Grand Prix for your team, and you chose to do a special livery for Japan and not for this Grand Prix. Why? Is it just because the Honda partnership made more sense to a special livery for? Or is it because Imola doesn't have much marketing opportunities for you to rock a livery and like do a special event and warrant the cost? Because I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like this year that would have been elite. Special livery for Japan, special livery for Imola, and then another special livery maybe for like Vegas or some shit. Don't care about the fans at the track to see a nice livery. Like, I get it. Imola's not the most watched Grand Prix. Italy's not a huge market for Red Bull, but like, come on, it's 400 races. Sup, Drago? Prediction for practice is a full-time driver will get P1. They hardly done anything to the car livery though. Should have done the purple as a one-up. Yeah, it'd been so sick. Even if they didn't do like a special crazy livery like, actually no, that is a special livery. I was gonna say, but even if they didn't do a special livery like Japan and they just made the car a different color, but that's kind of what the Japan livery was, just a different color really. Just going from school directly to YouTube to watch Ponden. What's up, Skyline Hoops? Good to see it. It'll be 4 years before they get another milestone. Yeah. If you do 400 races, liveries to Smurf, Rebel fans will buy it no matter what GP is. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to like know the reason why. You know what I mean? Like, some people probably watch my streams or watch my content and go, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do that? But there's nothing more frustrating. So I get it. But for me, there's nothing more frustrating. And, you know, I have my reasons for why I don't do things or I do certain things. And I'm sure it's the same for these companies. But sometimes I just look at things in Formula One. I'm just like, why? Why have you done this? Why haven't you done that? Like, why haven't you done a special livery for 400 races, special merch, special something? Like, that? Yeah, they've changed their logo on socials. Yeah, they've made a special video on YouTube. But, like, come on. Ferrari's Miami livery, absolute fucking joke. You have the opportunity to do a full blue livery that doesn't clash with HP and you don't do shit. It's just like, I don't get it sometimes. The only team that I think is doing stuff at the moment that makes sense is VCARB. Like, I've been saying for years, they should make their livery. To be honest, I want their whole livery every year to be based off of a can, but still, they made a whole special livery based off of a can for that year. So good. Do you think the Aston upgrades have cooked so far? Yeah, what teams have brought upgrades? I haven't really been paying attention to the upgrades list. It's Aston, Ferrari, and Red Bull, right? Okay, Yuki's complaining about literally nothing. Calm down, bro. Okay, why does the white outline on the number actually look so much better? Can I say that back? Charles, have it look so nice. Yeah, I like the ruby red. It's so clean. I think ruby red and white is just such a good combo. Yeah, the white outline number looks so good, bro. Yeah, if someone can find one of those like tweeters, one of those Twitter accounts that does like the upgrade comparisons, I'd love to see the upgrade comparisons for Red Bull, Ferrari, and Aston. Paddy! I was gonna say, it's weird seeing you without a badge. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. Appreciate coming to the Prime. 18 months, hell yeah. Why does no one do fucking TTS? 1, 2, 3. We had 3 resubs today, and none of you guys use your TTS. That's a free chance to use TTS. You could plug your whatever you want. You could roast me. You can do whatever you want. It didn't give me the option. Oh, really? Oh, that maybe you'll get the double sub then. Like tomorrow, you might be able to sub again with TTS. It's weird. Sometimes there's like a double sub glitch. But then again, when Degree and Richie have the double sub glitch, but they can TTS both times. I don't know. Anyway, stay with the sub, dude. When people said Ferrari should have run a full blue white livery instead of trying some hybrid, what is interesting is that in the 75 F1 pictures, there was a Ferrari in the 60s in blue/white. Did you just say the screen's 1 millimeter too small? What the fuck? Or is it, you're not talking about the screen on its wheel, right? Or are you talking about something else? Oh, Hamilton kind of chicane. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. That white blue livery that you're talking about, Dragol, was they rocked that for a reason. Wait. Let me find the reason for it. 19. There's a cool reason behind why they rocked that, and then that's why they were gonna rock a blue livery in Miami, and they just half-assed it. But this is last year. 1960 Ferrari blue white livery. In the 1960s, a blue and white livery instead of the iconic red was used on some Ferrari race cars, particularly by the North American racing team. This blue and white livery was a protest against the FIA over the new GT car regulations. The NART Ferraris, including the Ferrari 158, were adorned with a blue base and a broad white stripe, marking a departure from the standard Italian racing colors. Yeah, so it was a protest against something, against the FIA. And it was kind of like an iconic thing because that's a big statement, changing your entire car from red to blue. And yeah, they obviously last year they were teasing it, all blue livery, you know, blah blah blah, throwing it back to the 1960s, and then they just didn't even do a fucking special livery. It's just dumb. I don't know. Red Bull's been smashed with the marketing this season. I think if I had to rank teams in order of best, I don't even know if you want to call it PR. Like, PR is different to marketing. Let's just say, like, teams' best marketing. Let's say marketing, because PR and marketing is different. I think Red Bull's obviously kind of fucked up with the PR with the whole Yuki Liam situation. And Christian and all that shit. But, like, let's say best marketing. I think best marketing has to go to VCarb. Their social media has been smashing it. They post, like, fucking 3 TikToks a day, and they all fucking bang. Their special livery in Miami was amazing. Their livery launch at F175 was amazing. They've smashed it. I mean, VCarb's the best. Maybe I'm biased, but I think Red Bull's P2 as well. I think how they've handled the situation with signing Liam was amazing last year. Getting Liam on different podcasts and in different videos and stuff like that, I think was a great way to kind of showcase his personality. And then after dropping Liam, doing a similar thing with Yuki in Japan was great. And then obviously the special Japan livery was fucking amazing. But I think Red Bull's been a little bit quieter than comparison to what they're normally doing. I think because the focus has fully been on VCarb. But they're still top 2. And again, maybe I'm biased, but that's just how I feel. I'm trying to think who would be next. I think Haas have been pretty decent this year with the promotion of Ocon and the merch that they've been doing. Their special livery in Japan was nice. To be fair, Ferrari has to be third. The marketing they've been doing has been amazing. I think the special livery in Miami was a miss, but the social content they've been putting out. Honestly, Ferrari is probably above Red Bull. It just hasn't hit because all their marketing was based around aura and blah, 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 we're going to win the championship and blah, blah, blah. And now the season started, it's kind of like, well, that shit looks dumb now. You know what I mean? So I'd probably go VCarb, Ferrari, Red Bull. Other teams have been doing well. Williams has been doing well with the promotion to signs. Alpine, I've really loved what Alpine's been posting on socials this year, but it's nothing like crazy. Honestly, Mercedes. This is more PR though than marketing. I honestly think the way Mercedes has pushed Antonelli into the team has been perfect. Like, to think a driver has replaced a 7-time champion and he's 18 years old. That, you know what I mean? Like, look at Liam Lawson, right? Damn, everyone's complaining about the cars dragging along the ground. Look at Liam, right? Most of us, I'd say most people in the stream understand how cool of a person Liam is and how good of a person that he had. But unfortunately, with his uh, incidents that he had last year, you know, pulling the finger at Checo, unfortunately replacing three of the most loved drivers in the sport, um, uh, obviously got him a lot of hate. Um, but I think Red Bull did a good job of trying to like prevent that from happening, but it just obviously his performances didn't live up to it. I think what Kimi and Mercedes have done is amazing. Like, he's replaced a 7-time champ. So many people wouldn't watch F2, wouldn't watch F3, going, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Right? He's who the hell is this? And he's come into Mercedes, and it feels like he belongs there. It feels like he's been there for years. He feels like the little brother to Russell, but he feels like he's standing on his own. I think the documentary got a bit of criticism from people being like, well, why the fuck is he getting a documentary? But now that it's come out, everyone's like, that's sick. And like, he just happened to deliver the same weekend the documentary came out. I guess it comes down to performance at the end of the day. If Kimi wasn't doing well, then people would be shitting on him. But I think backing up his performances with all the like PR that the team's been doing has been great. I think a lot of teams sometimes are scared to promote the second drivers of the team, because they don't want to make it feel forced, or they want to use the benefit of the main driver and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, put it this way, right? You got Bortoletto, you've got Ollie Behrman, you got Isaac Hadjar, you got Kimi Antonelli, you've got Liam Lawson, and there's two that stand out in comparison to the rest. And I think it's all because of the way the social media teams have pushed them, and that's Hadjar and Antonelli, getting them so involved with the team in socials, making content that people like and like their personalities. And like, don't be wrong, the sport is about performance at the end of the day, and Hadjar and Antonelli are delivering 100%. But like, there's other drivers on the grid who are performing, but people don't give a fuck about. Take Gasly, for instance, right? Gasly's a great driver, but I don't see TikToks being made about Gasly. I don't see posts on Twitter being like, "Oh my god, I love this little clip from Gasly. Oh, Gasly's so funny." You know what I mean? You don't see that shit. But you see that shit about Hadjar and Antonelli, and they're fucking fresh to the sport. I think they've smashed it. My Apple Watch just said I'm too loud. I literally just got a notification saying volume. Wait, or have I? Test. Okay, don't worry. I think I just opened up the loud app somehow. I thought it was telling me to be quiet. Yeah, I bought a Whoop. No, I didn't buy a Whoop. Sorry, I did the Whoop free trial. Tried it for 2 weeks. I liked it. I thought it was a great product, but a lot of the like things on the product were just very. Sorry, on the app were just very like you need to know what to do with the information. So it tells you a lot of information, but you need to know what to do with the information. So for instance, it would be like, you got 8 hours sleep last night. Okay, cool. You ran for 24 minutes and you lost 100 calories. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, it gave me a lot of information, but I was like, what do I do with it? And for the price, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy an Apple Watch, and that will give me like similar information, but I can actually do more stuff with it. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty disappointed with the Apple Watch so far. I might return it, to be honest. It's a bit like it's a great product, but it feels a bit like, what's the word, cumbersome. Like, it just feels a bit like weird to use. Like, I feel like I have to use my phone a bit too much, and like at the end of the day, like, I can't really check the actual notifications on my watch. It just tells me I have a notification. It's basically just like a mini screen for your phone. Yeah, the main reason I bought I wanted to get a Whoop or an Apple Watch or a Garmin or whatever the fuck, like a something to track myself, is because I'm getting more into the gym and stuff like that. But most importantly, for stuff that I've got planned for the stream in the second half of the year with IRL streams and stuff like that, I wanted something that I could put on my wrist, displays my heart rate, can track things that I need to do, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck it. Everyone raves about these. And I've just been kind of disappointed by both of them. I feel like the Whoop, you need to be like a proper gym bro to warrant it. And an Apple Watch, I just feel like doesn't do enough of what I want. Maybe there is ways, and I probably need to watch videos to figure it out. But like, what was the thing that I wanted to do today that pissed me off? I can't even think of an example. But there's just so many times where I'm just like, why does that not do that? That seems so simple. I can't even think of one, but yeah. This guy's some great technical comparisons. Okay, I'll have a look at that. After, if you can track it in Discord, bitch, that'd be great. Surely they could make a protest about current FIA for some reason or another. Especially the redo it again. Gabby will get pole, lock it in. Yeah, Gabby was looking good before. I mean, still ahead of Hulkenberg. 4/10 between the top 10 right now on the new tire. Well, there doesn't have a real chance in that tractor, but give him a better car and he'll shine well. No, 100% I agree. Your ears are also too loud. Neighbor hacked the Apple Watch. It's just a watch, doesn't really do much. But that's all of them. Yeah, I can't be asked with a smartwatch, but I like a smartwatch so I can track my steps when I go for walks. Because my phone isn't as accurate as if I'm not holding it. That's okay. That's the best way to put it, right? Is I want an Apple Watch / Whoop / whatever the fuck to monitor my heart rate and for streaming purposes display my heart rate on stream. I still haven't got it set up on the stream, but right. Time things. So like if I'm going for a run, time how long I'm going for a run for. And just see how many steps I do. Just like general basic stuff. And yeah, you could use your phone for that stuff, but it's a bit hard. Well, you can't actually monitor your heart rate with your phone. So then you end up getting a Whoop, or you get a watch, and you've got all these features, and then you feel like I should use these features because I paid for it. And then I'm kind of like, oh, I don't really want to use those features. And now I'm sitting here like, do I really need to have a watch? Do I really need to have a Whoop for what I need to do? You know what I mean? For the price. And that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, it's a good product and I can see why people love it. But for me and most people, it's just kind of got so many like irrelevant features that you wouldn't use. And at the end of the day, you end up just putting this watch on your wrist just to do like a few things. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I like it for what I want it to do, but I'm also like, does it warrant the price I paid for it? But then I can't really monitor it. But, you know, then I'm like, okay, I just get a shitty, cheap heart rate monitor. But then I'm like, I don't know. It's just weird. Can't decide what I want to do. Feels like the support system teams have given to their rookies have been pretty mediocre recently, which definitely hasn't helped the youngsters. Mercedes and McLaren have been great, though. Sup, Rosalie? Yeah, I mean, obviously Red Bull's very brutal with their rookies. Even like that first race, the comments from Helmet weren't great. Yeah, Antonelli's been great. I mean, Toto's always been so supportive of his drivers, in my opinion. Yeah, Alpine, dog shit. Sauber, I think it just comes down to Sauber as a team. Like, they just don't really they're not really pushing. The thing is, what makes me laugh is Stake is meant to be like a Red Bull of Formula One. They're not a car brand. They're not there to be there for performance. Let Sauber do all that shit. Your job is to have your logo slapped on a car and be in the sport to promote your gambling website. Yet, what does Stake do? They do a couple shitty special liveries a year. They post dog shit social media on their social channels. What do? What do they do? Like, you know what I mean? I'm starting to, like, I cannot wait for Audi to be in the sport because, like, when Aston Martin do absolutely nothing with their drivers and they do all these corporate videos, it's understandable. It's about the performance on track. And at the moment, they don't have the performance on track. So they're just a good car manufacturer with a mid-tier F1 car. But what's the point in Stake being in the sport? Your goal is to do marketing, and you're probably one of the worst teams at marketing on the grid at the moment. So what are you doing? Like, I guess I get Hulkenberg's not the most loved driver of the board, and Bortoletto's still young, but do fucking something. Because no one gave a fuck about Antonelli or Hadjar. I'm talking about the general casual fan base. No one gave a fuck about Hadjar or Antonelli before they came into the sport, and now they're one of the most loved. So do something. There's few clips I've seen of Bortoletto are fucking hilarious. Him calling Hulkenberg old has me dying every time. The Miami V Cub shirt is wild. What, wild in a good way? If you get a Garmin, I can go for runs without needing the phone on you, but that's like it. Well, I was tossing up, do I get the cell phone version of this so then I can go for runs and have my AirPods connected to this and like navigation through this? It's an extra £100, and then you have to pay for an extra fucking mobile plan. Fuck that. Yeah. I'm not a gym guy at all, so it may not be suitable for you, but I love my Samsung watch. It shows messages from my Android phone, and I can reply to messages. So yeah, my Samsung watch does that stuff. Steps track, heart rate, sleep tracking. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't buy an Apple Watch. I wouldn't buy a smartwatch if I was just doing it as a phone. I don't think it would warrant that. I'm sure some people would like that, but for me, it's like, oh, I got an email. Like, it's no different to just picking up my phone. You know what I mean? I do find myself going on my phone less. Like, if I get a notification on my watch, I can't do anything. But if I get a notification on my phone, I find myself fucking doom scrolling my phone. Sky Sports have Harry Benjamin commentating this weekend. Let's go. Yeah, he did him in the last year, so cool that he's doing it again this year. Sub upgrades quicker, man. You're looking good P9, P10 right now. What is a Whoop? A Whoop is a fitness band. It's not got a screen on it. It just it's a high level tracking for a lot of like health things. It can manage your strain. It can tell you when to recover. It can tell you your sleep. It's really in depth like fitness tracking. And they literally just released the 5.0 version of the band, and it also tracks like your blood pressure and your like, I don't know, I can tell you like fucking diabetes and all this shit now, which is crazy, like medical grade. But they fucked all their fan base off, or all their consumers off, because they upped the price and made 3 separate pricing models, when in their terms of service it says they'll never do that. So, yeah. Free steak Audi. Okay, did you see the video of the Scottish kid did about his theory about the McLaren brakes? I have not. Should come with a swappable battery that should be charged. The thing about sleep tracking is you need to keep it on at night, so you'll need to charge during the day, but you're not tracking stuff while it's charging. Well, to be fair, the Whoop has a little thing. It has a battery pack that you charge, so it always stays on your wrist, and then you put the battery pack on your wrist, so it charges while you're wearing it. That was amazing. And the Apple Watch, I put on charge while I'm in the shower, and it fully charges in the 10, 15, 20 minutes I'm in the bathroom. So, I honestly no problem with batteries with either of them. I wonder how much stake will be there once Audi take over. Good point, actually. Like, will they still sponsor the team, or are they just going to be like, fuck it, see ya? To be honest, with how much they got involved in F1 owning a team, I don't think they're going to do shit all after. Maybe they'll sponsor a team or something, but what's the point? They can't even, like, maybe they'll just sponsor the American races or something, because they can fucking their logos. I think they probably underestimated how many, and this would be silly if they did. They probably underestimated how much their logo can actually be shown in Formula One. Like, so many Grand Prix, they're just called fucking Kick, and everyone calls them Sauber. Like, I'm not, you know, I all my content I call them Sauber, because I'm not fucking promoting a gambling website or a competing streaming website. It actually calls it steak. Yeah. That's the thing. Steak, Sauber, Kick. It's got 3 names. It's so dumb. I guess V-Carb's the same. V-Carb, Racing Bulls, Visa Cash App, like Red Bull Sugar Free. Damn, Sainz and Williams looking quick again. P3 right now. Ever since it became stake, they were the whole time at the back. Yeah. Will Hamilton ever win a race again? I'm sure he'll win one again. Yeah. You won you on the sprint, remember? Is it outlandish to put the green bin in the fantasy this week? Green bin is an Aston Martin or Sauber. Be good to have bought a letter in your team. Dude, my fantasy team's so fucked, man. Oh my god, I got no money. What's up, the Soko? Well, the stream, dude. Appreciate watching for the first time. Shut up. Holy crap, these guys are such divas. Maybe it's different into the car, but... Okay, so Jolene's defending Hamilton. They're going to Rose Hamilton. David Cross doesn't commentate on all F1 races. Harry Benjamin commentates sometimes, stands in for Crofty so that Crofty can spend time with his family. Yeah. But it's interesting because I don't think that was Crofty's choice. I think it's a way of Sky Sports slowly fading Crofty out. And to kind of get Harry Benjamin potentially ready for when he replaces Crofty. Isn't Harry Benjamin the guy who says, lights out, foot to the floor? Yeah, yes, it is. I met Harry at someone's birthday last year. We ended up in conversation for a bit, and it was really nice to meet him. We'd never met before. He didn't know who I was. Obviously knew who he was from the one commentary, because I didn't really know Harry Benjamin either, other than when he did the one race for Sky Sports. And yeah, it was really nice to chat to him. He's a super, super nice guy, and you can tell he's a commentator because he's like a talker, but not in like a bad way, like a good way. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was really nice to have a conversation with him and like hear about his thoughts on commentating. And yeah, you can just tell he's super excited to now be like in the F1 world and got his foot in the door. And he started a YouTube channel now as well. If you won top 15 separated by 6 cents, race McLaren 6 cents faster than third. Yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe the pecking order will change with this being a more high downforce track. But also, you got to remember, this track is short. It's 1 minute 16. So the spread is going to be less, naturally. But yeah, with the amount of corners that this track has, you'd think the spread would be a bit higher. But yeah, it's a short track. You know, it's like Austria. The spread in Austria is so small because it's such a short track. Pizza provides. Over the follow. What's happening to Haas? Yeah, they're very on and off. Some races they're good, some races they're bad. To be fair, they've been pretty poor in practice and shit recently, but then they always pop off in the race. Has Lando done his flying lap? I think they've both done their flying laps, yeah. Piastri and Norris. Is the weather also cold this weekend? What, in Imola? I don't think so. Imola weather. 18 degrees today, 21 degrees tomorrow, 23 degrees on Sunday. I don't know. Would you consider that cold? Or I feel that's normal for the F1 world. Although, Monaco weather. So Hannah's going to Monaco. Fucking lucky bastard. She's going to Monaco, and she's been keeping her eye on the weather all week. And it was rainy all weekend, and now it's just rainy Saturday. But it's now raining all the following. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at this week. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So this is this weekend. Next week, rain. Fuck. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, there you go. Is this... Wait, what the fuck? Why is that different to the Google weather? Anyways. Anyways, yeah, we'll have to see what the weather looks like. I hope for her sake it's sunny. I hope for our sake it's rainy. Aston Martin versus Williams versus Mercedes title bout in 2026. Aston will depend on how good the Honda engine is, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mercedes versus Williams versus McLaren, or with the Mercedes engines. That's what England needs. It's time for some water. Oh, you're sick of the weather, right? Today's really good. Today's really good weather. It's perfect weather. What's the temp? Guys, let me just open up my Apple Watch. Go to the weather. 19 degrees. That's perfect. Not too hot, not too cold, sunny outside. Perfect. Yes, it was so nice when it was 14 degrees max temp. My room wasn't trying to kill. Yeah, but it was grey yesterday, man. It was grey yesterday. The race is long enough as it is. We don't need rain, man. Yeah, I forgot how long Monaco is because it's so slow. But that's good. Maybe a fun Monaco with 2 times pit stops. Oh, I forgot we got the 2 pit stops at Monaco. Yeah. Hear me out. I believe Lando will leave McLaren to go to Red Bull in 2027, 2028 if he can't beat Oscar Piastri, and Oscar becomes the new face of McLaren. Ooh. Good shout. Potentially. If Max left, yeah, I could see Lando going to Red Bull if he's unhappy with how he's being treated at McLaren. But question, would Red Bull want Lando? If you're Red Bull and you can have basically any driver on the grid because you're Red Bull, would you sign Lando? Like, I think Lando's a good driver, but if he can't beat Piastri, why would they want him then? Why wouldn't you go for, in 3 years' time, why wouldn't you go for an Ollie Behrman or a Kimi Antonelli or a whoever the fuck? And would Lando even want to go to Red Bull if they're not good enough? Because at this stage, we don't think Red Bull's going to be good enough in the new regs. Merla's theme of the bullet. 34 degrees for you today. Oh, where you watching from? Where you watching from, Zuck? The thing is, though, right? I know you guys are going to disagree with me. And this might not be the case. I think Red Bull was too much of a marketing team to sign a driver solely off of their skill level. I think there's so much good talent in Formula One at the moment that they will sign a driver that is not only going to be good, but is going to be good for the brand. And I think Lando would be great at Red Bull. I think he's got the personality that would suit the Red Bull team and the Red Bull brand. George Russell, I don't think does. As much as I love George and I think I'd love to see him at Red Bull, I don't think he's got the Red Bull brand. I don't know how to explain it. Like, to be honest, at the end of the day, anyone they put in that Red Bull, if Max leaves, is not going to live up to the marketing that Max has. Who would be... Fuck off, TikTok. Holy shit. Who would be a driver that could go in Red Bull? Okay, what driver would have the best marketability at Red Bull? So, like, as in, like, would bring in the most sponsors for the team. Sorry, okay, ignore the sponsor thing because everyone's just going to say, like, the fucking Brazilians and shit. Who could go to Red Bull and be the best marketability? As in, like, be good for... oh! Well, Leonard's crashed. Oh my god, with 2 minutes to go. What are you doing? How's it? Wait, where the fuck is he? How the fuck has he ended up over there? Well, that's a shame. He was having a good session as well. It's not a good way to top it off. Yeah, that'd be that's FP1 done, but what the fuck? How's he done this? Oh, it's the last two corners. Oh, that was way closer than I thought. Okay, sorry, I thought it was way off. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Just a little snap. That sucks, man, because he was doing good, and I think that's going to rock his confidence a little bit. Like, every time he comes into that corner, he's going to be scared that he's going to do that again. I mean, that's what you have to do as a driver, is to kind of overcome those thoughts. Yeah, lucky it's just the front wing. Fuck that guy. Fuck that Batia guy. Where's my man Jonathan Wheatley? I forgot. So he's technical director, so he's like the Adrian Newey of Sauber, and then Jonathan Wheatley's the team principal. Right? Because that's a good combo. Mattia can clearly make a car. And Jonathan, I think, can clearly run a team because he's, I think sports director, racing director is very similar to a team boss. It's same attributes. Obviously, it's a different job, but same attributes of like leading a team, being hard, knowing what decisions to make. By being hard, I mean like, you need to be, yeah, you need to have a backbone, I guess, to make decisions and stick to them and push people in the right direction. All right, well, guys, that wraps up FP1. We got a little bit to talk about now that the session's concluded. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Now, we are going to be staying live on Twitch. So if you're over on YouTube or TikTok right now, come over to the Twitch stream. Come join us. We've got F2 and F3 qualifying to watch, as well as some other videos, all the F1 news that's come out this week to talk about. So come join us. But let's talk about FP1 first. Piastri at the top. Very tight with Norris in P2, Sainz in P3, Russell in P4, Hamilton in P5, all within 1/10. So I think the track combination of being a really tight, very short track combined with this new C6 tire is really looking like we're going to have a banging qualifying. I mean, if I think back to other Imola qualifyings, they are always so good. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a banger qualifying again this year. We then got Gasly in P6, Verstappen P7, Albon P8, Bortoletto P9, but obviously crashed at the end of the session. Hulkenberg P10, Stroll P11, Leclerc P12, Antonelli P13, Alonso P14, Lawson P15, Tsunoda P16, Colapinto 17 in his debut for Alpine, Behrman P18, Hadjar P19, and Ocon P20. So, interesting points. Haas don't look like they're either going to be good this weekend or typical, just not good until we get to race pace. VCARB look like their second worst team at the moment. Tsunoda struggling. I mean, to be honest, the Red Bull in general seems to be struggling. Aston Martin maybe got improved a little bit with their upgrades. Sauber definitely improved with their upgrades. Williams looked like their best of the rest again this weekend. Hamilton, good lap. And McLaren, of course, at the top as favorites. Anyways, guys, that wraps up FP1. Again, we're going to be staying live all the way through to FP2, so stick around. But if you guys enjoyed, hit the follow button down below. We do watch-alongs like this for every single Grand Prix weekend, for every single session. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. YouTube gang, I'll see you guys later on today for FP2. Come over to the Twitch stream. Come join us. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later.